this is Jody Colegrove with Quantum Techniques. We have developed a proven technique to quickly determine your root cause of your health issue using a form of energy medicine. I work with people all over the world on the phone, helping them determine why they're having a health issue and what they can do about it. So today I wanted to talk about kind of why we tend to, as women, to put on more fat after the age of 35. And this is something that I found, an article that was found was quite interesting, so I wanted to share it. So what happens after the kind of age of 35 is we have a decline in estrogen, which then kind of sets our progesterone in kind of going strange. So I have this great little chart here. So let me show you here in a second. So normally, estrogen goes up the first part of the cycle, and then progesterone goes down in the second cycle. Okay? And it's like a seesaw, and so they balance each other. Well, and as ovulation shows, hormones, as ovulation slows, then that's where you have hormone burnout. So progesterone starts to plummet, and estrogen starts to drop more wildly, and that's when we get fat gain around the middle, and that's why it's kicking into high gear. So I don't know if you can see the little chart there, but you can see how it goes along, and then we start getting this kind of, as we premenopause kind of gets sporadic, and then it dies off. And so that's kind of what's happening in our bodies. So what happens? We become more carb sensitive. And it's bothered me for years is you can have these teenagers that eat all this pizza and not have any problem whatsoever. But as you get older, you really do start becoming more carb sensitive. So, and why is that? The decline in estrogen hurts the ability to process carbs. So your estrogen is what helps your body manage blood sugar. So they're working kind of together, kind of in the wrong direction. And this less estrogen leads to higher blood sugar, and the higher blood sugar turns into fat, especially around the belly. Okay? So then you become more stress reactive. So because your stress hormone is cholesterol, it starts to spike. And so women's metabolism is already sensitive, and so the stress, they actually stress out more than men do, and that's what causes the weight gain. So what we can do is we can help amplify our brain's feel-good neurotransmitters, and those are things like serotonin and GABA. Okay, these neurotransmitters help us stay happy, relaxed, sleep well, and they act like a shield for protecting you from the damaging effects of stress. So the weaker that our stress shield is due to the lower estrogen and the progesterone, and we're much more vulnerable to that cortisol. Well, what does the lower in cortisol do? Well, it breaks down the collagen of your skin. So then you start making you look older. And then it starts eating away at the muscle and the bone, making you soft, saggy, and brittle. All right? And so then that's what increases the amount of belly fat. And there's also, I'm sure, in there with the thyroid going, slowing down of the metabolism, and then how T3 is made into T4 is also a part of that. So those are all things that really kind of start happening as we start going into premenopause and menopause and after. So it's really critical that we eat the right amount of carbs, along with finding out where is the metabolism, what's affecting the metabolism, and the estrogen, the progesterone. So those are all things that we can test at Quantum Techniques to find out, how is the thyroid doing? Is the conversion from T3 to T4 working correctly? If not, what's getting in the way? And those are all things that we can find out with Quantum Techniques to help almost transition between normal cycle into premenopause to menopause and beyond. So it's really important to sign up for a Quantum Techniques session and find out how that's all going for you. We can even find out, with the cholesterol, the cortisol, whether that is getting too high and what's affecting it. So those are all things that we can test to make the body go back into the balance that it needs at that time. So go to quantumtechniques.com and request a session request, and we can find out kind of what is impacting you, where you are now, and find out what's blocking those things to get you back in this balance for your body and what your body needs. And we can also test to find out, how much protein, carbohydrates, and fats do you need every day for that whole system to function really, really good. So blessings from Quantum Techniques. I look forward to working with you.